Hello and welcome to this session of Maths. Myself Archana Mishra from LPSAVANI VIDHYABHAVAN. In the previous video, we have already discussed about the basic concepts of polygon. Today, we will start with a four-sided polygon. As you know, a four-sided polygon is a quadrilateral. So, the definition of quadrilateral is a quadrilateral is any shape with four sides. The word quadrilateral comes from a Latin words quadi, which means a variant of four, and lateral means side. Now the properties of quadrilateral: it has four sides, it has four angles, it has four vertices, and one pair of diagonal. Another property related to quadrilateral is interior angle sum property. According to the property, the sum of interior angles of a quadrilateral is 360 degree. Another one is exterior angle sum property. According to this property, the sum of exterior angle of a quadrilateral is 360 degree. So here we can see that the sum of interior angle is also 360 degree and the sum of exterior angle is also 360 degree. Now these are the various types of quadrilaterals: trapezium, parallelogram, rectangle, rhombus, square, isosceles trapezoid, trapezoid, and a kite. Now we will start with some of the quadrilaterals and the properties related to the quadrilateral. Now these are some types of quadrilateral. Firstly, we will take a rectangle. Now for a rectangle, here you can see in the figure, it is shown four angles which are right angles and two opposite sides are equal to each other. The rectangle is a four-sided shape where every angle is a right angle. Opposite sides are parallel and they are congruent to each other. The diagonals bisect each other. The diagonals are congruent. For a rectangle, the diagonals are also congruent. Now the next one is rhombus. A rhombus is a four-sided shape where all the sides have equal length. As you have seen in definition, all the sides are equal in length and the opposite sides are also equal and parallel. Now these are the some properties like all the sides are equal, opposite sides are equal and they are parallel. Then diagonals bisect each other and they are perpendicular to each other. Diagonals divide the quadrilateral into two congruent triangles. Diagonals bisect the angle at the vertex of the quadrilateral. Next, square. A square has equal sides and every angle is a right angle, that is 90 degree. Now for the properties of a square, opposite sides are equal, opposite sides are parallel, opposite angles are equal, adjacent angles are also equal. All sides are equal. All angles are 90 degree. Diagonals are equal and they bisect each other. And they are bisecting each other at 90 degree. So that means diagonals are perpendicular to each other. Diagonal divide the quadrilateral into two congruent triangles. Diagonal bisect the angle at the vertex of the quadrilateral. So by these many properties, square is a spatial quadrilateral, can be taught as a rectangle with adjacent sides equal, can be taught as a parallelogram but with adjacent sides equal and all the angles of 90 degree, can be taught as a rhombus with all angles 90 degree. Next is a parallelogram. A parallelogram is a quadrilateral with opposite side parallel. Also opposite angles are equal. The opposite sides are equal. The adjacent angles are supplementary and the diagonals bisect each other. But they are not equal. The diagonals are bisecting each other but the diagonals are not equal. That means they are not congruent to each other but they are bisecting each other. This parallelogram is known as the parent of the quadrilateral. which can be obtained by adding restriction of various kinds. Like a rectangle is a parallelogram but with all four interior angles fixed at 90 degree. A rhombus is a parallelogram but with all sides equal in length. A square is a parallelogram but all sides equal in length and all angles fixed at 90 degree. So we have seen for parallelogram some properties which are the sides are congruent to each other, and opposite sides are congruent to each other, opposite angles are congruent to each other, diagonals are bisecting each other, and the adjacent angles are supplementary to each other. Trapezium. A trapezium is a quadrilateral which has at least one pair of parallel sides. So that is only the property of trapezium, that one pair of parallel sides should be there for a trapezium. Now another thing is isosceles trapezium. Isosceles trapezium, if the non-parallel sides of a trapezium are equal in length, we call it isosceles trapezium. Kite. A kite is a quadrilateral whose four sides can be grouped into two pairs of equal length sides that are adjacent to each other. Now the properties of kite are: two pairs of adjacent sides of a kite are equal in length, one pair of opposite angles which is in between two unequal sides are equal in size. That means the angles which is denoted by A over here are congruent to each other. The diagonals bisect the another, or one diagonal bisect the another, and the diagonals intersect at right angles. So in this video we have learnt the properties related to square, rectangle, parallelogram, rhombus, trapezium and kite. By understanding these properties, we can solve the sums related to the properties of quadrilateral. Thank you.